Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Inevitably, I had to talk about the JoJo Siwa rebrand. Spoiler, I hate it. I think it's so bad. And I think it's bad for so many different reasons. I would assume that you are aware that JoJo Siwa is currently rebranding on social media. And I'm sure you're being force-fed her new song and her new image and everything. The algorithm's really going in her favor and just pushing it out to everyone who doesn't want to see it. But anyways, I just have a lot to say about it. So anyway, as we're aware, JoJo Siwa is like the, annoying ponytail glitz for kids kind of thing, right? Friends with all the predators and stuff, right? That one, and promotes them, which we'll get to as well. But anyway, there's something happening that people aren't addressing, and it is that the JoJo Siwa rebrand is conveniently coming right after JoJo Siwa got basically accused of hiring kids and treating them like shit. And in one example, with her and her mother refusing to allow one of the kids that they had hired to go to the bathroom and told them because they were bleeding because of a medical condition and said, just throw a tampon or a pad over it. Like, JoJo Siwa in February got completely destroyed by the Rolling Stones with an article that said about how her and her mother basically just treat kids that they employ like shit and overwork them and are awful, awful, awful people. And it's very convenient that right as this article came out 2 months ago, JoJo Siwa started to rebrand on social media. So the reason I haven't spoke about this rebrand until now is because you people are so stupid. Wake up. I haven't made videos diving into this like everyone else has. I've been seeing these like deep dives into JoJo Siwa's rebrand, what it means to be a child star. I'm like, you're all so dumb. Like, wake up. This is literally a distraction. She is purposely being so just awful so that you're then not talking about the fact that she and her mother were accused of basically treating all these kids like shit. So that's why she's doing it. No one's talking about this article anymore. No one's talking about the fact that she is, her and her mother are just like borderline abusive towards kids and fucking, all these different things, right? This is why the rebrand is happening. Everyone is talking about that and nobody is talking about this. And I just haven't seen people really make that, or I've seen people on Twitter actually, to give credit, make this comparison. And I was like, thank God. Thank God. So anyways, that being said, the rebrand is awful. It's terrible. It really is awful. So this is the first thing that got released. JoJo Siwa will release her new single Karma on April 5th. So basically 2 months, less than 2 months after the article came out, the rebrand is in full effect. But it had started before that. So basically, when she started posting those, I've been a bad girl, I have something to tell you, that was maybe a month after the articles. So we're just approaching the 2 months and now it's hit. So you're being, stop talking on women. No, fuck off. So that's why this has been now really happening. It's been enough time for the article to be out and people are just feeding into it. So, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I think the rebrand is, whether this is purposely trying to embarrass yourself as to get most amount of people talking about you, or this is genuinely how she artistically feels, everything about it is terrible. So, here's the rebrand. Okay. Right. Okay. Different, very different. Here's the problem I have with this. She has spent this entire rebrand referencing Miley Cyrus. Now, if there's one thing I am protective over, is Miley Cyrus. But if there's one thing I'm deeply, personally gonna just defend, is Bangers by Miley Cyrus. Bangers by Miley Cyrus changed my life. Bangers by Miley Cyrus changed pop culture. It changed the world. It changed media. It changed how we look at celebrities. It changed everything. What Miley was able to do in opening the door is like, she had the doors open for her and then she pushed it further. Like, the Bangers era was perfect. It was when Miley Cyrus did We Can't Stop, Wrecking Ball, Adore You. I know all the album tracks, but I'm just saying ones that are like singles that people will know. And it's when she shaved her head and she went, quote unquote, to the media crazy. She did the VMAs performance with Robin Thicke. It was perfect. And some of y'all didn't get it in the moment. Some of you didn't get it in the moment. As a child, when I saw that going fucking down, I was like, I get it. And I was young as fuck. I was like, this is brilliant. This is amazing. The parents hated it. Everyone hated it. The media hated it. They ridiculed her. For everyone now to be like, wow, she was so ahead of her time. She really broke the mold for, you know, these child actresses. And also the fact that the music is just so fucking good. Like, when you strip everything back about this era of Miley, the music is just so good. Like, even if people thought it was gimmicky, the music speaks for itself. The lyrics, the production, oh my God, it is the most timeless pop album ever. I listen to it at least a couple times a week. It just is fucking amazing. The tour, she just provoked and she pushed and she was herself. And that's what it boils down to. She was herself. It felt like herself. She was being so vulgar, so out there, but it felt authentic. It felt real. So when Jojo Siwa is on every red carpet referencing that she's going to do what Miley Cyrus did with Bangers, you do not reference that, because you are referencing someone being 100% themselves and authentic by saying that you're going to be 100% yourself and authentic, but you're saying that the Miley thing was so shocking to people, and that's what you're doing now. But then you've just told people that this is all just working the machine, that this is all just you've pre-thought this out, you've thought this through, you know how this is going to be perceived, you're trying to provoke, but the thing is with Miley, even if she was trying to provoke, it never once felt like it. I told you I get passionate about Bangers. It never once felt like it was gimmicky, like in a way of that she had planned it. It just felt like she was being so real and so just crazy. So Jojo's rebrand, even if it was real and not a distraction from all that, just pisses me off on the basis of you're immediately trying to rebrand yourself by being someone else's rebrand. And also, I don't know how you managed to have the Bangers era happen and then years later you're trying to replicate it and you somehow do an awful job at it. Like, surely you should be able to take what happened during that, apply it to nowadays, and do a better job at it. But that's not true. Like, anyways. I really did tell you that I go crazy when it goes to Bangers. So, anyways, this is what JoJo's saying on, like, fucking red carpets. It's pissing me off.
I was like, this is what I want. She is my #1 idol. I was like, I want to do what she did with Bangers. I want to have that moment. And
you want to have that moment. The moment is shocking people and then it's exploding your career. Look at yourself.
I mean, look, I'm flattered that the world even can compare that. That's crazy to me.
Nobody is comparing that. Anyway, this really bothers me deeply to my core. And she keeps referencing it. So, okay, all right. So I guess we'll see this clip from the music video. I don't want to listen to it, but let's see what's going on here. I don't want to listen to it. Oh my God. Oh God. Also, can I say something? There's something really interesting about her saying that this is like a shocking rebrand. And these lyrics that we're going to get to are about, like, I'm a bad girl. Like, fucking hell, I should have known better, all this bullshit, right? The most shocking thing she's doing is dancing with girls or kissing girls. So I'm like, what is revolutionary about that? Like seriously, what is revolutionary about that? Miley was on stage fucking smoking weed, like talking about using drugs, like talking about how much like different sex. Like Miley was crazy. Like, and JoJo's shocking moment is that she's like dancing and kissing girls, I guess, in her music video. Like, okay. That's okay. Yeah. Anyway, jojo siwa, when asked if she takes cues from Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift's Reputation. One thing you're not going to do is compare this to Reputation either. If there's another album that I'm going to defend, it's going to be fucking Reputation by Taylor Swift. So JoJo said, I look at some of the generations above them. Michael Jackson, Prince Elton, Bowie, and of course, Gaga. Sorry, Gaga and Michael Jackson, Prince, and Bowie are not part of the same generation. But anyway, Elvis was the first to not be afraid to be different. To not be afraid to be out there. To not be afraid to take a risk. What is risky about this other than it just being awful? You know what I mean? What is risky and fucking... This is why I think you're all just being trolled. I was a bad girl. I did bad things. I swear I did it for fun, but it meant nothing. It was nothing. It was a secret. Like when a tree falls in a forest, no one hears it. Another late night, another crazy mood. And I didn't think twice about what it would do to you. I was a wild child. You always knew it. It was a matter of time before I blew it. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not lie and cheat. Thou shalt not get caught or they will end up like me. Karma's a bitch. I should have known better. If I had a wish, I would have never effed up or around. When I saw the pics of you and her, I felt the knife twist. Karma's a bitch and she's with you now. She is a good girl and I think she's boring. Boring. Believe me, 20 minutes later, you'll be snoring. But it still kills me that you hooked up with her, and now the universe has given me what I deserve. I deserve. So this is the Michael Jackson, David Bowie groundbreaking that we're currently talking about. She cheated on her girlfriend, question mark. You think she wrote this? Thou shall not lie, thou shall not lie. Cheat. Oh wow. I'll write it down 1,000 times, hope it sets me free. Oh. Karma's a bitch, I should have known better. If I had a wish, I would have never effed around. When I saw the pics of you and her, I felt the knife twist. Karma's a bitch. Oh, wow. And she's with you right now. Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. Better be good. Because that's what goes around, comes around. Karma's a bitch. And she's with you now. When I lay me down to sleep, it's not your body next to me. This lonely room feels so empty. Just me and my regrets. And cold blue eyes look back at me. The mirror has no sympathy. My guilt becomes a sympathy. Symphony. Sorry, my brain is just like... at these lyrics that won't let me forget. Karma's a bitch. I should have known better. If I had a wish, I would have never effed around. Oh, whoa. When I saw the pics of you and her, I felt the knife twist. Karma's a bitch. Karma. And she's with you now. Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. Better be good, because what goes around comes around. Karma's a bitch. Karma. And she's with you now. JoJo says, I look to some of the generations above them. Michael Jackson, Prince, Elton, Bowie. And of course, Gaga. Yeah. Right. Even these TikToks. Let's just go through these. Right. We'll do this. So when the rebrands start? I guess here. The top comment is, thou shall not release this song, because the lyrics are thou shall not. Okay, so here we started with her dancing to the song. She announces the song. promoting the song. Oh, so this is the dance that everyone's making fun of? I can understand why. Interesting. It's just not done very well. You know what I mean? Like this. It really is just not done well. And also, because I know that this is a pure gimmick to distract, it's not that exciting to me. Even if it was done well, I know that it's just like a distraction and people are feeding into it. It's just, I don't know. When you have that much fame and that much money, how can the orchestrated final product still be that bad? You know what I mean? Like, there's something crazy about that. All right, we'll leave it there. What's my final thoughts? I don't think it's done well. I think it's done poorly. I think that it is a distraction. And normally I hate when people are like, it's a distraction. But, I mean, it is. It is. And it just sucks to see people feeding into it. I care more about the girls that went through the things that JoJo and her mother put them through, screaming at them, you know, like neglecting them, all those different things, you know, all those fun little things. I'm more focused on them and their story than this. So there's not much to it to me. Like it's very lackluster and very uninspired creatively, and then just, you know, writing it all off. I just don't think, yeah, it's not good. Not good. Anyways, we'll leave it there.